God, I got a lot of random bits of ammo here. Even some faction ammo. Remember getting that. Again, apologies for the little tangent there. I was just trying to express a point and went to OTT. Because it was just... Ever feel like... Again, it was just the knife twisting in me. It just pissed me off, that's all. Again, still, apologies. I did go OTT. Actually, let's bring all the drones with me. That way, if I need to switch out, I can just land at a station. And actually, let's put on the data analyzer. Seriously, I can have these all on. It's fine. Oh, thank God. I was expecting more futzing. I can't put this on, can I? No, lack of CPU. That's fine. I can't change my camera angle. Yeah, this has gone weird. Whatever. Oh, here's one.
Warp drive active.
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, the game's freaking out right now. Oh, that's better. Jesus. On for self. Engage. Jesus, I've only sent them out, and I know one was already damaged, but these guys are very aggressive about taking on drones.
A module has run out of charges.
I think that's a bounty from the other one. Yep. Okay, it's nice that it shows max with and without. I think who we need to target really are all the frigates. Well, actually, I should get rid of the Weber Tower. I'll ignore the Zealous Sword for a moment and get rid of the Holy Binder. Okay, just call him back. It doesn't seem like I can do this event. Of course. approaching entry gate to equilibrium of mankind's rogue capital shipyard facilities. Beyond this point, the OMM defenders will be fanatical in their efforts to halt any assault. The perimeter defenses of equilibrium of mankind shipyard's facilities have been detected. Breach these fences and proceed to core to Salt Shipyard. Ooh, there's. I was just looking up to see how to deal with enemies that attack drones. And EVE University has an entry on it, but also about drones in general. Is it up to date? It's apparently depreciated. Okay, Oh. They do have a new section on drones. But it's... Okay. Drone-centric factions. The Glente have some of the most powerful drone-using ships among the Empire factions. The older combat ships can fuel drones with generous drone bays and bandwidths. About half their ships are focused on drone use with bonuses to drone hit damage, hit points, range, track and speed. The Amar, the other drone-using faction, though less focused on them than the Glente, tend to have somewhat lower drone bandwidths than them, but larger drone bays. Gustavas have a particular way of using their drones. Guristas. Their ships can only fuel 2 drones of appropriate size at a time, but each drone is many times stronger than normal. While their drones' total damage output remains comparable to other top-tier drone boats, the Gurista drones are much tougher, giving them an edge in PvP. And Sisters Eve have high drone bandwidths and true enormous drone bays, even larger than Galente, as well as bonus drone damage and hit points. Okay, apparently, Glente have the highest damage, but Minmatar have the highest speed. Keldari are second highest damage, with from what they have like a little chart here saying the type of damage they do as primary, and then a secondary type of damage that their integrated and augmented drones do. Excuse me. Glente is thermal and kinetic. Kildari is kinetic and thermal. Amar is EM and thermal. Mimitar is explosive and kinetic. And then Glente have a 23% bonus to damage. Kildari have a 15%, and Amar have 8%. I guess in relation to a Mimitar drone. While Glente have no speed bonus, Kildari are 13% faster. The Amar have a 37% bonus to speed, and the Mimitar have a 50% bonus to speed. Apparently integrated can be thought of an enhanced Tech 1 drone and augmented Tech 2 drone. Apparently an integrated thing has a 15% DPS boost, 10% increased speed, or a 10% increased orbit, and 10% extra effective hit points. Faction is a 20% damage boost, speed boost, orbit boost, and 100% effective hit points. 100%, Jesus. While Tech 2 is 22 to 30% DPS bonus, 20% speed and orbit bonus, and 20% effective hit point bonus. But they also require Drone Specialization 1. An Augmented is a 34 to 42% DPS bonus, 32 speed, 20% orbit, and 80% effective hit point bonus. And again requires, Tech 2 and the Augmented require Drone Operation 5 and whatever race they're from, Drone Specialization 1 at the very least. Apparently the Gecko's a cross between a heavy drone and a fighter. So that's insane. They do 65.6 damage, split between all 4 types. They also have 6,140 effective hit points. The orbit, 3,200 meters out at 400 meters per second. They have 0.85 tracking, which is better than any heavy drone, and any medium drone, though worse than any light drone. Their micro warp drive speed is better than any heavy drone, and only better than the Galente light drone. A little weaker than a Kildari. I miss my Gecko. They were so effective. I got them for free apparently before the Kronos expansion. Now they cost as much as a fucking ship. They're sentry drones apparently. I've never used those. Well, I know of them. I'm just saying apparently, slip of the tongue. But I know of them, but I've never used them. Apparently logistics drones can't repair your own ships. Apparently Tech 2 logistics drones are 20% better. A boost to repair value, hit point, speed, and orbit velocity, but require repair drone operation 5. Apparently the whole repair drones are half as effective as the shield and armor counterparts. Here, 1 second. Oh, apparently excavator mining drones can only be used by the Rorqual. You know, that mining capital. So that's interesting. I was hoping to see something here for advice on dealing with things that target your drones. Like, how do you combat that? What do you do? The Drones 101 apparently had something here, but it's outdated, so I'm not sure how viable it'd still be to use. Let's just dock at the very least.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Most drones, more drones will almost be more suitable than fewer drones. If your ship is aware bandwidth, try to maximize the number of drones you can launch. On a Hurricane with 30 mbit per second bandwidth, the best plan is to usually launch 5 light combat drones, which gives you one spare in case you lose any. Although light combat drones are designed to be used against frigate-sized ships, they can also dish out pretty good damage on larger ships as well. For this reason, light drones are the most versatile of drones to carry, and many ships with larger drone bases will stick with light drones. If you know what targets to expect, then you can pick the right size of drone. If you're going to go out hunting carriers, then heavy or sentry drones will give you the best results, more resistant to smart bombs. Primarily killing frigates, so you don't know what you'll be facing, then light drones are your friends. You can even mix drone size to maximize your applied DPS. If you're killing something big, and you have a Myrmidon with 100 bit a sec bandwidth, then the highest DPS will be gained from launching 3 ogres and 2 hammerheads, or a gecko, an ogre, 2 hammerheads, and a hobgoblin. It's hobgoblins, hammerheads, and ogres are Galente. Everything has a particular naming scheme, and once you kind of get the naming scheme, you know the faction. You'll have an idea of the faction, or just know the name of the ships, either or. Like, I know Kodari, apparently a lot of them are named after birds. While, the condor, griffin, heron, merlin, kestrel. Some of those are birds. While some of the Galente are meant to be named after something else. Well, I know Ishtar is a Babylonian goddess. Deimos is a Greek thing. I cannot remember what Deimos is. I remember Thanatos, which actually might be one here. Phobos, Uranus, Proteus, Astarte, Eos, Brutix, Myrmidon, Talos, Megadon, Dominix, Hyperion, Sin, Kronos. I believe Kronos, wasn't that the father of the Greek gods? Didn't he, like, eat them all but Zeus, who was replaced with a stone? Or am I thinking of a different character? I know that's like the history of Zeus, but is that the right name for his father? Oh yeah, Thanatos is a Galente capital. Thanatos is the personification of impending doom. Impending death. Nyx, I don't remember. Another Greek one. Moros. Anshar. Obelisk. The Tormentor. But yeah, a lot of these have a Greek naming to them. Well, a few of them do anyway. Ares, Greek god of war. Tyrannus. Enyo. Iskor. And then there is I would say these two, and the other one are Babylonian. Nemesis, Greek personification of vengeance. Not only did the Greeks have gods, but they also had personifications of things. Nemesis, one art depicting her, I showed it to one person. They said it kind of looked like, Virgin Mary, but with a sword. It kind of had that look to her, at least in that one bit of art. But yeah, they have gods, and then they personifications of different things. Like there's Helios, which is personification of the sun. I'm not sure if it's a god or if it's just a potent entity, or the personifications of gods in their own right. I thought it was like a to straddle the line a bit too much. I was thinking it was like how in Catholicism, I'm not sure about the other sects of Christianity, there's saints, and they have different spheres of influence. Like some saints are tied in with cooks, plague, and like cobblers. Was it kind of like that, where there are special entities associated with different things, or the Greeks, the personifications, gods in their own right, or they What? Where do they exactly stand? I have no idea. Carries Talia. I've no idea of most of these. Ooh, something else. I think that was just bounty. I was hoping shit would be selling. Stork, Flycatcher. Just curious of these. Okay, no. Heretic. Pontifex. Confessor. Pontifex. Isn't that a type of judge? Dragoon. Corsair. Or Courser? Mauer. Omen. Augurer. Arbitrator. They've got a judging team going on here, which fits with religious zealots. But anyway, I'm going off topic here. My mind's just kind of gone to crap right now. I'm just gonna stop for a mo. I apologize. I apologize sincerely. I just need to go defrazzle my head. I'll be back in a sec. Hey, folks. 8, 9, 10. Kind of. I swear the OBS is jumping into recording that touch sooner than normal. It's like I swear it would hang more before. It's throwing me. And no, those were just two separate bounties that came in. I'm puzzled. Normally they stack. They came in at the same time. That's really weird. Regardless, corporation tax. Yeah, I'm losing money because of that. But I do want to apologize for the tangent I went on earlier. It just that story pissed me off. Just I just hate people like that. I don't like acknowledging that they exist. And I could have stopped reading it sooner than I had, but it was like a train wreck. And I was also really hoping someone would strangle him. I really was hoping someone would. No, I have to get my vicarious violence from somewhere else, it seems. But anyway, I was thinking about how to handle this. The enemies are being quite burly and ripping to shred my drones. I'm gonna get heavier drones. But the issue then is expense. Depending on price of drones, I may not be able to afford them. Yeah, they're like the price of a fucking ship. I haven't fully trained to get an ogre tier 2. 24 fucking days? Really? Don't actually have full heavy drone operation. I thought I'd put more into it. Okay, what is there anything here at this station? Fine, region. Okay, so if I was to look at these, compare, and if I was to look at hit points, I don't think they have effective hit points as a comparison. Yeah, if you were to look at your ship and fitting, it gives you effective hit points. I have this many effective hit points. While I have this, I can. Well, I have this much stuff. I have this much, whatever. So, don't have a point of comparison here for that, but you can still see the general boosts. That's beautiful. Still not nearly as nice as a gecko. Bang! It's close, I suppose, but then if you go up here, down here. So, like, see how goddamn meaty this is. It's got health to rival a fucking ship. There's a reason why they are as expensive as they are. They're both a limited production thing, and they are very damn good at what they do. Apparently, people don't tend to use them because they're so limited. It's a shame I lost them. Still kicking myself over it, but there's nothing I can do about it. So I'm just gonna have to roll with it. They also have the highest damage of all of them. So if you see here, yes, this does 64 points of damage. Yes, this does 35 and 29 points of damage. This does 32 across the board. So 32 and 32, 64. 32 and 32, 64. They do a lot of fucking damage. They also... Oh, Gecko Blueprint does exist. I imagine this is probably also a limited deal thing, because you can only find in contracts. Oh, actually, yeah, you could make tons of Gecko blueprints. Gecko copies. Original Breacher blueprint. I don't know what that means. There's some originals, but it's mostly like one run. No, not mostly one runs. It's just a lot of one runs. But still, it's mostly limited run things. Not sure that's exactly worth 170 million. No, it really isn't. There's no one giving away originals. Let me look it up. 2014, they're saying there are a limited number. There's no blueprints or anything, but now that's not the case. There is blueprints. But there's... Base price is 5 million. There is blueprint copies now, but there's still no information where they're even coming from. Were they a gift from to the community or what? So it's just like, where are these blueprint copies coming from? Is there any originals? Probably not. Oh, actually, they have given out limited copies of limited copy blueprints as well before. They have, haven't they? I've gotten some of those, so that's something. Now that explains things. But yeah, a single run thing, I'm not gonna make profit off that. Like if you view an industry. Actually, no. You could make profit off that. Like if it's 30 million to make it, and you sell for that, and but you have to pay 50 for blueprint. Oh, yeah, you'd still make 30 million profit, and it is going for more than that. Okay. I can't wait till they inject more into the game, because fuck, I need some replacements. I lost my two. Oh, such a stupid thing too. Oh, okay. Least jumps possible, please. Oh, actually, un momento. Give me info, please. Actually, I was thinking of getting the Federation Navy ogres. No, I could get like one. Yeah, you can't. There's no blueprint for these. You have to take an ogre along with so many other resources to a faction, and then you can upgrade them. Drone. Oh no, it wouldn't be an ogre. What's the Goldari iteration? Wasp. Hmm. Do our state military stockpile? Oh, maybe it's their resource side. Remember, we saw that on the Glente side. There's some resource sub-faction. aka some old currency thing. It was tied in with some event. I'm not sure why it's appearing on everything though. Okay, I have no idea. One sec. Hey folks, and I'm back. Apologies. Again, I'm sorry for being so off today. I've been off, then that, then this, then that, and this, and that, and yeah, I've just been off. It's quite annoying. My ship. So again, just apologies for it. Oh, event button. Um. Oh, okay. I was curious. I couldn't see there, so I wasn't sure what that was about. Um. Ooh, there's two ones based off the same type. Oh, okay. I thought they were always different. But yeah, again, apologies for being off. Just being funky as of late. So apologies. I'm gonna get the Ishtar out of Mothball because this ship only has 50 thing, while the Ishtar will have more. So I can only have 2 heavy drones active with this, and that's it. With the Ishtar, I can have 5. And if I go to Jitta 4-4, I can also pick up anything I want.
Autopilot
There.
engaged.
So, yeah, let's go to it. I had actually been thinking up to recently of selling my, selling my Ishtar, but I held off on it in case I wanted to use it. I had been thinking, oh, I have this to some degree. I've been thinking that, but yeah, I'm glad I didn't sell it. The Ishtar will serve me well in this, because then I can field full heavy drones, full all ogres, and it's all ogre now, and they'll do a lot more damage. They'll be a lot more viable. So, yeah. And I can hope I can bring in some cash to fuel my industry habit. Again,
Approaching.
core scanner probes and combat scanner probes go for a lot. These cost a lot more to make because you need these. And they're unbelievably expensive. The majority of the cost comes from them. Everything else is cheap enough. The majority of the cost comes from them. You get them from ice mining. A non-stable compound of certonium molecules encased in the crystal structure of water. When fed to a control tower's force field generator, these cotrets bond with the molecules already in place in the field to create a nigh invulnerable barrier of energy, a necessary component for control towers to go into reinforced mode. Blue ice, clear icicle, glacial mass, and white glaze as 1.0 security status ice drop it. There's also glare crust and dark glitter in low sec, and then in 00 sec there's enriched clear icicle, gladius, crystallios, pristine white glaze, smooth glacial mass, and thick blue ice. I like my blue ice thick. But yeah, but they didn't always used to have this, just like where they can be obtained shit. It used to be just like, say, this top line and that hit. It's actually quite handy they've added that. But yeah, these are quite expensive. But I put up a group of 50 up and they immediately sold. Now I've bought more and I've got 120 going. I don't have any reductions to them yet because the science jobs are full right now.
Approaching Stargate.
I've also a weird taste of... maybe it was just that. I know, I had a very unique taste that was attributing to some type of crisps I haven't had in months. Just in my mouth, just some weird taste. And I've no idea what the fuck it was about. Maybe it was some. I think it was something else, but just completely throwing my line of thought there. But yeah, I put up a group of 50 and they immediately sold. It was beautiful. So I bought more and I've got 120 coming now. The estimates these give here aren't entirely accurate. It can easily be more or less. You just gotta check the prices. They can give you a bit of a ballpark estimate though. But there's a reason why past me, kid me, utilities, notepad, why I worked out how much everything cost. Past me who did all this out. So, yeah. It's a good idea to write it down so you know in future what you spent. Because there's a bit of a journey between Jitta and my manufacturing section. 14 fucking jumps. So it takes a bit. I should really find somewhere nearer.
Approaching Stargate.
And to be honest, thinking about it, it might be a good idea for me to go to somewhere like this, where they have reductions to stuff. Like there's duration modifier reduction, job cost reductions for that, and you know all this going on. It might be a very good idea. Because I could... see? Okay, I'm here. See, there's 180 right there. Sorry, 1080. Now it's 1070. Knocked a bit off. Then I do.
Autopilot jumping.
Boom. Markedly cheaper. Jump back up now. But okay, here's an NPC station. 840 at over 4 million. 832 at a little less over 4 million. Now I do this. Boom bam baby. And so if I'm here at 3777 3812. I could save a fair chunk by just changing station. One thing you do have to keep in mind is these stations aren't as safe. They aren't as safe. They're player stations, so they can be attacked and whatnot, and there's insecurity. Remember I had to go rescue stuff back here, because if the oh, I think that's the crowd I used to be with.
Autopilot jumping.
Maybe? Let me check. Yeah, that's the crowd I used to be with. Huh. I guess that's why I was told. Yeah, I can only presume so. But yeah, in approximately 2 days, structure will come abandoned, and it will not be protected, and should it be destroyed. So I had to rush in and save it. So you do have to keep that in mind, which is why it's a good idea to say if you're part of a corp using dares I'm part of an NPC corp, so obviously they don't have anything, nor can set anything up. But if you're part of a player corp, it's a good idea to take advantage of what they've got going on. Plus, their system cost index would possibly be lower if their places are marked private. Say if you don't have many people in the corp, the system cost index is basically the amount of people trying to use the facilities there will drive up the cost of the facilities. So if the industry is, if the building's private, and there's many in the corp, then the cost will be lower. Beyond whatever tax is there, the system cost index will be lower, if I'm understanding this right. So, yeah, I want to give that a try. I want to join a new corp. I want to join a corp, take advantage of that. I want to, failing that, I want to start building in a player station because there is that additional reduction, so you can squeeze that bit more money out of it. So, and you can get stuff done faster. All depending on the structure. Wish there was an option to just like strip of everything, and strip this of everything. I'm actually surprised there isn't. There's a reason I'm doing this. I'm going to try and slap on as much here as possible onto the Ishtar. Oh, and actually, make active. Oh, there was a strip fitting option too, yeah. Yeah. I could sell this for 44 million. No, I could sell it for more. Okay. Just being a complete smartass. Oh, actually, no. I placed it. No, I did that fine. The estimation is just weird. Yeah. I can do this. I'll get hit with some fees here, but that's fine. I'll get 60 million if it sells. It's fine. GONISS. GNOSIS. I have the one here. I have one here. And I have the 4 here. If I sold the 4 here, I would be able to afford a new Ishtar. I would also be able to afford a new transport ship. Remember I wanted to get an upgraded one with a fleet hangar? Yeah, I could afford that. So yeah. Oh, I could actually afford a fair few, because that's going off if it being worth 45 million. When I'm selling it for 20 million more. So, and a little extra. That's incredible. You know, I could afford maybe 2. I'm exaggerating. But yeah, this is fun. Fair cost up front, though. Might bite me on the ass. One issue with the Ishtar over the other thing is it does have less slots. That it used to have more. It used to have more. But they made changes while I was gone. Still gonna have to get used to those. Maybe that action there was a bit OTT. I don't know.
There is already something in that location.
Thank you. Wait, what? I suppose I don't have everything else gone in yet.
Insufficient power.
Really, power grid's suffering that badly, huh? Wasn't expecting the power grid to be that poor on this. Wait. No, this is a cruiser one. That's a cruiser. Wish I could see what's like. I wish I could see like where's most of the power going, that kind of thing. Um. Hmm. 2%. Haven't gone to that yet. Alright. That's actually not on the list. Thought I had. Thought it was. Wow, you go even faster. I mean, like so much faster when it's overheated. Okay, taking that off really helped the power grid issues. Uh, we're medium, to my knowledge. Okay, that fixes that. What's the downside of you? Nope, nothing. Just boosts it. Just boosts it. Some rigs have a downside, like well, the one I just took off. This is just pure bonus, pure gravy. But if I was to knock this off, Could I then put back on the drone boost? Yes. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, can't be active with the rest, but that's fine, they wouldn't be active. But yeah, I can put on a speed increase. I don't have this. So I unfit that. Go over here. I'll just have to dig something up here. I wish I could switch back to my current ship. Like my current loadout, because I'm just curious what the fuck I've got. Uh, get rid of that too. Wait. Oh, I never finished this. It is on the tree though. Quite a while to its train though. That's not just the how long it takes to train, but it's also including the time to get there. Oh, see, this is bonused by the specs I've got. The some training I was doing. I can also, since this is the ship it is, I could go for an assault damage control, which is a little different. Apparently we're quite overpowered at the start. Grants bonus to shield armor and hull, resistance for shield armor and hull, and maybe activate to grant extreme resistances for a short time. $75% to everything, I guess. That's insane. While that's the normal one I'm currently using. It is markedly weaker, markedly. But then you can boot. It's. Do you want a stronger passive effect, or do you want the ability to amp it and make it better in emergencies? It's a panic button, basically. That's insane. Uh, Oh, I might have saved over the one I got. I had. Let me disconnect all these so I can easily draw on them in the simulation. Simulation. Okay, it really doesn't like these being here. Okay. Really doesn't like the two repairers being on, but I do need them. Hmm. And if I turn that off, it's fine. Hmm. I'm going to remove that. Oh no, wait, what am I doing? I was thinking I needed more of these, but no. Okay. Wait. Oh yeah, that's where I was going with her. I was thinking if I remove that and do that, then I was thinking if I remove this, do this, move you, and do this, it would give me enough power capacity. Well, the other thing would increase the... this. But that doesn't help. I might be able to do this. Hmm. And you... Fitting the wrong size in does not work. Wait, I have that on twice. That's a mistake. Yeah, I'm not meant to have this on twice. I'm meant to have... You... Wow, Jesus. If I have all this, my resistances are insane. And then there's the speed tanking. Beyond explosive, everything here is nearly at the 75% that the other thing would boost it up to. Okay, these take a lot off of the power grid. These are worth a ton, so they're obviously the best, but I couldn't actually use them. So yeah, I'm gonna have to figure something out. And actually, that's a good point. I was just going with the tier 1 iteration. I wonder, is there any Ishtar builds I could nick online? No, not Fire Emblem. Apparently you can shield tank a Ishtar. Could I make this more viable by taking guns off? Ah, that's my issue here. These guns are tier 2 rail guns. Seems even the tier 1 is pretty hungry, it seems. When using more than one module type, the diminished returns. Well, the first module applies 100% of its attribute bonus. The second only applies 87%, and the third 57%. Pastor warfare resistance. What? That's an interesting phrasing. Okay, no, that's going OTT. Sorry, I'm just trying to adjust the mic holder. Well, the cable holder for my headset. To stop the cables from just, like ghost touching me. It's like just hovering and tipping off me. It creeps me out. I'll just have entire videos of me just slapping it away constantly. It wouldn't be fun. Here, it's just me futzing with it a little. Okay, that helps a little, but that bottle's not quite heavy enough. There we go. Actually, that's fantastic. Yeah, the Ishtar used to have an extra slot here or something. They changed things around at one stage. I think it also still had 3 mods. It was a very different ship back in the day. Okay, I'm gonna have a look at this.